If you want it, we got it. Come and get it, fella. We with it. All you got to do is set it, baby. Right. Oh, shit. We're live. Tell me where. Welcome, everybody, to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley. Good to be here.
I'm Chemda, and I'm very impressed, Keith.
Well, it's embarrassing. I didn't know. I need a light or something that says we're on. Or just remember, Keith, when you hit record, it means you're on. All right. Anyway, let me tell you about next week. It's Keith and the Girl week. It's our yearly extravaganza, in person, of course, every April 15th. I do a stand-up show. I don't know if we're at 16 or what now. We should be at 18, 19, 20, 100. But this pandemic has stopped the last 2 years, this April and last April. But that doesn't mean we're not going to do a party just the same. So I would do my stand-up, and around that, different Keith and the Girl events, we take up a whole week. Now we do it virtual, and we make sure that you're worth your time. Let me tell you some things that are going on. Live April show, April 14th, live show, live Keith and the Girl show. Silent trailers, April 15th. Movie night, the 16th, followed by the 17th, VIP night. What does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. See your favorites, Christian Finnegan, Gilbert Gottfried, Wendy Starling, my brother Ken, Mike Lawrence, my girlfriend Kyla Casio. At least a dozen more guests over these different shows.
And also on Sunday, we're doing a private chat. And if you want to join the poker during that chat, we've prizes.
Yes. So let me take the time to thank you for sharing this show with everyone. It's because of you that we're able to put out a week's worth of events like this. And I'm excited. Next week, of course, is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is give away prizes. How about that? During these different events, we're going to be giving things away. A month of OMAC Club. Backstage pass to all upcoming 2021 Silent Trailers live shows all year long. Come in, see these celebrities set up, see them sweating, see them nervous, see them cracking jokes. Another prize, Booker and backstage pass to a Keith and the Girl recording. You pick the guests. You play in the show. A shout out on the show. So get tickets and info at keithandthegirl.com/tickets. Get free tickets. Okay. I'll do that one, I think. keithandthegirl.com/VIP. keithandthegirl.com/VIP. Free tickets with your VIP subscription. Limited backstage tickets are available now, but only until a day before the show. So make sure you set it and forget it. Okay?
I'm very excited. I'm
so excited. I'm sorry, Chemda, but I went to the website and I saw that new banner.
Yes, I had the same experience.
Yeah. Look at our website just to see the banner. keithandthegirl.com. Yeah, it is all of them.
Yeah, thanks to Xerxes. I didn't know he had posted it, and I went to our forums, and on the top was the banner, and I'm like, oh, all these people are going to be in our show next week. You guys have to come check it out. If you're not a VIP member, I get it, but this is $50.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
You know what? I was faking. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I'm sorry. I've never faked it before in my life, and there I was faking it, and you saw it.
I understand the idea of God easier. How about that?
Become a VIP member, KATG.com/VIP.
I was just going to say Micah Fox is going to be joining us. So Farrah Eisenberg, Kevin Allison, Nikki Bond, new guest to Keith and the Girl. Everybody loved her, so why not? Lisa Goranson will be making a return. Doug Benson. It's going to be a lot of fun. VIP night includes all the VIP shows such as Daddy Issues. My brother Ken will be there. Diamond Dogs, Craig and Adam, etc. And by the way, speaking of which, I got an email from my dad. Last night, my brother called me and said, my brother Ken, and said, hey, I got this email from Dad. I said, hey, Ken said, include Keith in these emails about Mom. Now, quite frankly, I don't care. My mom's in an old age home now. Me and my dad don't talk. The old father-son story. He wanted to fuck my ex-wife. So we don't talk anymore. I was going to say,
how do we, for like a new listener, describe your dad? Your dad who will say anything and then deny it the second after. So imagine that in email form.
I showed him everything, right? I said, go to keithandthegirl.com/dad, and you'll see that I know all the emails that you wrote to my ex-wife, because surprise, it was really me you were writing the whole time. And he's denying it.
Again in a new email you mentioned?
No, I just mean this is where we're at. You know? Imagine. Okay. All right. Let's take it one step at a time. So yesterday, Ken says, hey, Dad sent this letter. You've asked me to keep, and I don't care if he includes me about my mom, because obviously the news is going to get to me. I'm one of 5 kids. It really doesn't matter. I told my dad I'm not talking to him anymore. You have asked me to keep Keith informed, my dad wrote my brother. I sent him a personalized Easter card to the enclosed address. Now, I said, I'm not talking to you. He said, I'm not talking to you. What you put me through. My son gave me a boner. How could I talk to you? But apparently he sent me an Easter card. So the guy, he needs attention. No friends. I'm 46. I'm going to be 47 years old next week. My whole life, my dad had like one friend, kind of, was always a loser, the friend even. And that lasted 2 weeks. Even the loser was like, you're fucking weird.
And we're still calling him a friend, even though you only knew about him or he existed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he never had a friend. He never had a friend, to be clear. Let's see. You have asked me to keep Keith informed. I send him a personalized Easter card to the enclosed address.
By the way, I sent him not just an Easter card. Okay, can we pause, please?
Yeah, sure.
A personalized.
It's personalized.
To my son, okay?
Yeah.
Who is actually part of my sperm. It was personalized. How'd you make it personalized, Dad? You wrote Keith on top?
I write, still, believe it or not, to all my love, Dad. That's how you made it personalized. No, it's probably a lesson. He was a Catholic priest. That's right, folks. Pick your jaw off the floor. There's a lot going on at keithandthegirl.com/dad. It's all right there. Not too overwhelming, believe it or not.
By the way, when we have a guest on and you say, yeah, my dad, he was a Catholic priest, I'm always looking at the guest right when you say that, because there's a pause in their face that goes, I don't think I heard that right. Do I know what I know about priests? The Catholic priests, they're the ones who can't get married. Should I ask them about it? Like that whole thing goes on in 1 or 2 seconds.
Right. It just came back to me, the letter, with a post office yellow tag stating return to sender, not deliverable as addressed, unable to forward. So he thinks like, I know him. And he's mentioned this before. He thinks I went to the store and got some kind of stamp or sticker. He thinks I got a job at the post office so that I could get the proper stickers and shove the letter back in his face, which is very insulting, of course.
I have 5 words for your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll figure them out later because I just forgot as I was saying that, because I was spending a lot of time seeing how many words my little phrase would be.
Is it a saying, like a yoga saying or something?
No, I got distracted by it because I'm like, oh, I could sing it. These 5 words, I swear to you.
Oh, okay.
And I got off so fucked up.
Well, it's ironic, right?
Oh, I got it. Pics or it didn't happen.
Okay. Or it didn't. Okay.
Thank you. I you can't see my whole body because we're on video, but I counted on my fingers while you were talking.
Well, not too long ago, do you remember he said to my brother, he says, I'm trying to send you things and they keep coming back. Yeah. Why would you lie about your address? Like, that's the world you think you live in? I don't want your $50 Christmas gift. That's really our money we gave you a month ago. I don't want it to get to me. I want you to waste your time. Like, boy, why would I be? And he writes back to Ken, exactly? Why would you give me the wrong address? Ken goes, okay, take a picture of the envelope and I'll tell you what's going wrong. I don't know why I'd have to prove it. Like, what the? But you're so weird. That means you looked at the envelope, you saw you were wrong with his address, and now you're just making up some weirdness so you don't have to prove who was right or wrong. I'll try it again, but.
Also, he makes everything sound so biblical. Like, I don't have to prove it. Like, we're not proving to God that we love him by cutting our child in half in front of him on a mountain. We're just asking to show us so that we can tell you where you went wrong, because obviously we're working together.
The address that I have for him, being Keith, is Keith M. Malley. Look.
Just in case, Keith.
What?
Just in case.
Did he change his middle initial and I did not get word? What a dork. That is the name as you understand it as well, isn't it? I don't know with him. Keith M. Malley then gives an address, and this would be like if you were taking one of these post office tests, and it's like, is this address exactly the same as this address? So all the numbers are there, but they're all turned around.
He's dyslexic.
That's what it seems. This same thing happened with other cards that I have sent him now.
Then maybe I should recognize that is not correct, what I do.
This happened for several years, he says. Happened with other cards that I've sent to him now for several years. First of all, this is not true. It was only a year ago that I told him and proved to him that I was behind the dad emails. Before that, we talked superficially, and I knew he was a weirdo, but you would have he would pass a lie detector test saying that we got along.
But
this isn't, this is a weird lie. It's been happening for several years. That is not true at all.
Of course, every time your children talk to you like you're in a court of law, you should recognize that you don't have the relationship that you think or want to have. If the end of their sentences should end in your honor, then rethink. I remember feeling like a lawyer, like, Dad, how about this? Dad, how about that? No, whatever.
Right.
If a package, let's say you had a kid, a package didn't get to your kid, you wouldn't be like, conspiracy theory. I wrote everything. You'd call up and be like, fuck, my package didn't get to you. It got back to me. Let me check my address with you. If you're not casually speaking to your fully grown adult children like that,
right,
they hate you.
This is either at /dad or in the follow-up, the VIP. I know I'm half of it, but it's excellent, if I may say so myself. Daddy Issues with me and my brother Ken do that show. And it's in either one of those, but he denied that he wrote this. I said, I know you did, so don't even, we can't even discuss this. Then another email, he's trying a different angle, and he goes, what part of the word ex don't you understand? My ex-wife. And I'm like, you just wrote that?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I got dibs now? What's that? What's the end of that sentence?
However he can end it. I thought you said ex, son. So you did then because it's an ex, or you didn't? I thought that'd be the end of it. And you just come to that conclusion. That is true. It's an ex. I don't follow my ex around and see who she's dating.
Wow. Keith, she's her own person.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So we all
can your dad have a piece?
Yeah, we all get to hit on her now, Keith.
Right. So my dad sent me this email today. Ken. Now, meanwhile, he didn't write back Ken and go, oh shit, I had the wrong address. He just writes to me so he can be right about something else. That thing with Ken, that's done for a while. There won't be talking for 3 days, and then he'll assume Ken forgot. Ken keeps telling me to include updates to mom that I send to your siblings. Do you want me to do that? I have not heard you so state thus far, and so I haven't been including you in them. If interested in receiving them, let me know.
What is this? This is worse than subscribe to my mailing list.
This, right. Well, Father Yoda.
Dad, I unsubscribed to your podcast, and I think you're taking it a little too personally.
Right.
Why is he acting like, did you want to be on this VIP list? One must request. It's like he's like, I'm not a rapist. I ask for consent.
And sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't. When he's hinting at money, he does. But then other times, if there's not real substance in it or it's a bullshit letter, he doesn't.
He doesn't what?
Include me.
Oh.
Bullshit letter, meaning it's obviously filled with lies, and he needs to send it to separate people separately.
Oof.
You know what I mean? And then he won't include me. But then, of course, the letters always get to me. Just keep sending them. What's the problem? Do you want me to do that? What are you doing? Putting me out? I certainly was. I know there's a thing with your ex and my libido. I told your ex-wife that she makes my libido jingle. True, granted. But let's focus on this right now. I have not heard you wish for that thus far. So you still have to come to my dad with a please. If I'm interested in receiving them, let him know. Yes, Dad, please. Even after being busted, sent that link. @/dad is that Hitler video. I know that sounds weird. You'll see what I mean, guys. That sums everything up in minutes that I know. Even after all that, but it come to me if you want information on your mother. You sad, sick fuck. You will die so alone and sad.
That's true. Can you believe he's still alive?
Yes, evil lives. The emperor, all of them. The list goes on. Some people think Hitler's still alive, speaking of which.
How old is he now? 80 something.
81, 80 or 81.
He's telling your mom in your face those ho-hos were no big deal. Like he was hiding ho-hos. He never ate a vegetable that was still alive, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he never works out, goes for walks or anything. Like
he has a
moves
big
his
belly
body.
and stork legs now. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just, all the top weight just hitting the belly and just kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like it becomes a waterfall, but he doesn't do any. I'm not even talking about the way he looks. He doesn't move around.
Well, I meant health-wise too. I wasn't just picking on my dad's looks. Cat would never fuck you. My ex would never put your penis inside her ever.
Her warm, moist vagina.
Kenda's alluding to. It's in my first stand-up album. I'm a kid, so I'm going through my parents' drawers like an asshole, and I found a letter that my dad wrote my mom that included, "I long to put my penis in your warm, moist vagina." And I'm like, what? By the way, the track is called Dad on Coming of Age. Oh God, like I learned like that should be you should do that deliberately. Like, you want to look through my shit? Okay. And I also can't wait to taste your gapey brown asshole. Oh, hi, son. I'm home. Then I'd be like, oh, right, touche.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then like actually write all that horrifying thing. If they keep reading, start writing to them. Hey, son, I knew you'd read this. What you might want to figure out is the one that I don't want you to see has a key, a lock, and I have the key. But thanks for playing. Mind your business now.
Yeah. So you're caught wanting to fuck your son's ex-wife, and you still demand attention and love and respect. Oh, my Lord. One time he told my brother, he said, I didn't try to rape Keith's ex-wife. I tried to rape the mom who I'm in touch with. You're not, by the way.
Wait,
who I'm in touch with.
Your
he said
ex's
that
mom?
He said he tried to rape the ex's mom and just keep in touch for Christmas. And I'm like, Dad, I have the email because you wrote me, or excuse me, you wrote Kat in the first place, and then I took over. But you wrote my ex, and she showed me the email, and the email said, "Hello, Catherine. Why did you and your husband, my son, break up?" And then my dad goes, "Yeah, but what about what you tried to do? Why are you so high and mighty?" I'm like, do you really think the words you're saying are that clever?
Yeah, you're trying to get the moral high ground somehow.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, who are you? You got me hard. You incestual.
It's such a talent.
Yeah. You seduced me in a way.
Imagine your dad in regular life trying to make friends.
Right. No,
what would that be? Your dad couldn't make friends in church.
Right.
The thing that he knows the most about.
They have Friends Thursday. Nobody wants to be his friend.
Right. Like there's the whole neighborhood, because you grew up in the country. He's still there. The whole neighborhood knows each other. And they're like, no, not Malley. Malley's coming. All right, hide. Right. Close the door. That one house, your friend that didn't have a door on his house, they still closed the door when your dad came around.
Yeah. Yeah. Dad, I'm the one who wrote the emails. It wasn't me. I saw every single letter. It wasn't me. You wrote when mom was sleeping. It wasn't me. You were getting horny. It wasn't me. Come on. Come on. We busted you. Behave. KeithAndTheGirl.com/dad. It's all right there. Number one trending this morning when I woke up on Twitter. Hashtag RIP Bozo. B-O-Z-O. I'm like,
Bozo the clown?
I don't know.
Bozo's still alive?
I think this would be the junior. So I clicked on it. And they're talking about Prince Phillip, the husband of the Queen, died at age 99. I didn't care enough to necessarily look up why it's called Bozo, but he is not beloved, it seems.
You're allowed to say Bozo?
It's in America. In England, you can't call him Bozo.
Okay.
In America, you can write Bozo.
So that's his American name.
Yes. It's sad, this person says, because Prince Phillip wanted to be just like us, laughing my ass off, R.I.P. Bozo. Motherfucker died at 99 and couldn't even keep it 100. Laughing my ass off, R.I.P. Bozo. I don't know. He's fucking dead. Yes.
Wow.
That motherfucker Prince Phillip is gone. Huh.
Oh,
Now, I
boy.
started watching The Queen. I can speak on this because I saw the first 3 episodes.
Heavy is the crown that wears the everything.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. And I really just care about the present, so I could probably skip to season 4 or 5 or whatever they're at.
Are you trying
I
to
don't
learn
want to.
history?
Yeah.
Is this your way of reading their newspaper?
Yes. It would be, I'm like, oh, I can learn all about this stupid shit with popcorn. But
That's
man,
good.
it is dragging. They do everything for the crown, fuck the family as people. Okay, I get it. I'm getting it.
That's how I learned history on Drunk History. I'm like, this is how you tell a story.
Right.
Wow. Remember that one teacher that was drunk? Go back and thank them.
Right.
These are great.
George Washington built the first cherry tree.
Hold on. Now, here's the kicker. Okay, follow me on this.
No one pays attention to this fucking part. And then that feeder on that show, I love him, but he's like, you're good.
Here's my favorite part. Okay. Okay, this guy's fucking fierce.
Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, sorry, Edinburgh, husband of Queen Elizabeth II, father of Prince Charles, passed away at Windsor Castle. He was hospitalized several times in recent years for various. I did see The Crown again, 3 episodes, and he's kind of a douche. So
how'd he die?
That's all I can go. How'd he die? How'd he die? Chemda. Let me guess. He was in an all-you-can-eat scone contest and his stomach burst. How'd he die? His bungee strap broke. How'd he die? He was doing an ollie in St. James Park and he slammed his head into the concrete. How'd he die? I don't know, Chemda. How'd he die? Scuba diving in the North Sea without his mask. How'd he die? He's 99, Chemda. How do you think he died?
I apologize.
Oh, my goodness.
He obviously died skydiving.
Right. This article says he was essentially a second fiddle figurehead. That's all nice. Accompanying the Queen on royal visits, sometimes standing in for her. And yet he embraced his royal role as a job to be done, saying, quote, "We have got to make this monarchy thing work." Well,
what does that mean?
That'll look good on a building. I don't know.
This monarchy thing?
Yeah.
That's that's as good as I had a dream.
Right. Now. Let's talk about real royalty, because I don't know enough about that. DMX, this roller coaster. Yesterday, it's reported DMX is dead. A news article tweeted it out. Some company tweeted it out. I didn't recognize the name. Other people grab onto it. They go, "Oh, we might have said too early." They take it down. It's too late. Things are trending. Then it's reported he's alive. He's taking Easter very seriously. He's back.
That's a good time for it.
Now he's dead again.
This is the second coming.
There was, he is seriously dead now. Today it was reported that he wasn't dead last night. And there's that website, is DMX in jail? It's going to have to be is DMXdead.com. Like, yes, no.
And Keith, this was obviously upsetting you and you didn't sleep all night. I got texts from Keith, DMX is dead. And then like 4 hours later, DMX is not dead. And then 4 hours later, DMX is officially dead. Wow, Keith, what a night you had. That is, wow. And then I thought, when it was a fake death, I thought, wow, that's so cool. You get to know what people are going to say about, like, when people accidentally tweet that you're dead, you get to see what people would say if you were dead. Like this Prince guy, you know, it's probably good that he's dead because he would have seen that. So he might as well go out like a prince. But DMX, you start, and then Xerxes reminded me that he's in a coma, and I just smoked some weed and moved on. But DMX, R.I.P., young guy, 50.
Yeah, 50 years young. What's My Name? Rough Riders Anthem, Party Up. That's the up in here.
So much fun, the music, no? Yeah,
X Gonna Give It To You.
Wait, what?
That's the song. X Gonna Give It To You. And he's got many hits. Please.
Oh, I thought that was someone else's, because there was another guy that was barking too, and I mixed them up.
Oh, can you imagine 2 rappers named X and they got to go at it? There was a TV show, a BET TV show that he had. You know, he did movies too, of course. DMX, Soul of a Man. And I only saw clips of it. And so maybe because I saw clips, I'm seeing the worst clips. But it reminded me of Sober House, or one of these, the Dr. Drew show, where I'm like, this isn't healthy. You're not ready to be on TV with this. You need to really work on yourself, and you're not working on yourself with a camera in your face. You can't be your honest self with a camera on your face. You can't. And I just remember, I'm like, oh, I don't think this is good. And I think things only got worse from then.
That's a huge exploitation. Like I feel like you basically are confronted with, do you want to go to rehab for real, or do you want another show with more money and to continue the thing that you were looking for?
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm not going to rehab. It's like, how about if it's a TV show?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's tough. I think you're right. I think there is a too soon to be on camera with this.
Right. Right. Oh, well. People wondering how he died. Take a guess. He was finger painting with all 15 of his kids, and the toxins got through his skin. How he died? How'd he die? He was feeding the homeless, and a poisonous fly got in his right eye. DMX.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was drugs. It was a drug overdose.
Very nice.
Drug overdose and heart attack. He was deprived of oxygen for a half hour.
Oof.
It's a reported overdose, meaning we'll find out exactly what it is later. But I think the hospital, somebody leaked it. Earl Simmons, White Plains Hospital, upstate New York. He left his family with the decision. Well, that's a weird way to write this, but left his family with the decision over whether to keep the 50-year-old entertainer on life support. So he was in a coma, ventilator after cardiac arrest.
Very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, like Liz was saying the other day, I got into them. Like I happened to come across somebody that had their CD. I happened to be, new to New York, maybe, I don't know, just angsty. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I can make so much blood the Red Cross can't clean it up. He's right. I followed DMX. I get what he's saying. Did you see?
That's your cultural reference.
Limp Bizkit and DMX got me through some tough times.
Stop associating them. Stop.
Well, if we don't care, then they don't care. That's all. I saw Khloé Kardashian was trending the other day also, #1 trender, because she, a picture was taken of her by the pool. Somebody on her staff put it online and shouldn't have, she's saying. And so she went to wherever it was already online, all these different places, and fought to have it taken down.
Wow.
Yeah, she was not pleased. She said the look is not, she's just standing up. She looks fine. She believes it's not flattering.
Well, I think she's right that your staff can't take pictures and just post them.
Right. Or they posted the wrong picture, maybe. Who knows?
Well, I thought maybe she went to look at the picture to see what angle someone took it from and then tried to remember who was standing there and who would have leaked it. You know what I mean?
She's posing, I'm just saying. But as someone who has struggled with body image her whole life, she says, when someone takes a photo of you that isn't flattering or in bad lighting or doesn't capture your body the way it is after working hard to get it to this point, and then shares it with the world, you should have every right to ask for it not to be shared, regardless of who you are. It's almost unbearable living up to the impossible standard that the public have all set for me. Well,
Well, we didn't
really
do that. I mean, you're continuing to. Okay,
your family kind of does it. You're the first family of doing that.
But that's very honest to be like, I just don't think I'm pretty in that picture, and I have to look pretty when I'm online when you guys are looking at me.
I don't like all these standards now. Where's my Photoshop airbrushing plastic surgeon filters?
Oh.
It makes me think of the other day when we were playing Am I the Asshole? And some guy's story was I went into a car dealership and I thought the woman was dressed too sexy. I didn't want to work with her. Am I an asshole for not wanting to work with her? In any other situation, I'd be like, of course you are. Of course this is sexist. But I despise car salespeople. And I've known them, lived with one. When it comes to their job, and the one I'm thinking of especially was a good friend. When it comes to their job, they're scumbags. They love getting over on the guy. It's a thrill for them. I'm like, my hands are in there. I'm like, well, yeah. Here's a story. A car salesman, fuck them. Well, I didn't tell you the other side. Yeah. Fuck them.
And I get that. But this guy was also a piece of shit. So it's both people were assholes. I don't mind that. I do believe as an adult you can control yourself, but yeah, car dealerships. I don't know. But
that's my point of this Khloé picture. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong, but you're a Kardashian. Kyle wrote on Twitter, I don't know what's worse, the fact that I fell down the rabbit hole of Khloé Kardashian's psychotic photo scandal, or that while I was scrolling, I saw that my son liked literally every Kardashian picture on Instagram. My family is trash. And she showed me that too. So she's like, what's trending? And it's Kardashian assholes. And she's no pun. And there's a liked by Benny Ocasio.
Oh, no. You know what I just thought of is like, I know that they don't let children on social media until I think like 12 or 13, depending on the platform.
Right.
But they should also, if you're 12 or 13, not let you follow someone who's maybe older than 14, even if they're a celebrity, because it's just a selling mechanism to your children. Why can he look at Khloé Kardashian and what she's doing?
Yeah. Well, it's just odd the next day he asked for a lock on his door.
Okay, you're gross. That's all I have to say.
Liz Malley, speaking of her, she was talking about Matt Gaetz, the Florida representative, who apparently is, taking underage women and having him cross state lines, inferring that he's simply paying for sex. The word is out now that when he paid for these hookers, he's doing it through Venmo. He's paying the guy to get the hookers through Venmo. Give me Cindy. I want a piece of her.
And then he's writing that in the little comment. Yeah. Without realizing and posting
give me
it public.
Cindy. Yeah.
Wait, are you being serious?
Not public, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, he did that. I want to see what emojis he used. Like somebody waving a good time flag. I don't know. But now they have they got the paper trail, they call that.
What is he in charge of?
I don't know. He's a Florida representative and he told you to storm the Capitol. I don't know what he's in charge of.
No, because he's stupid. That's why I'm asking. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, but that's the thing with the public voting for you. You don't got to take a test.
Right. Oh.
You know? Isn't that weird?
It is
like you would think the people should vote for you, but that means you don't take a test. You should still have to take a test.
That would be nice. A citizenship test.
Yeah, he didn't pass the citizenship decency test.
Just a regular whatever my parents took to become citizens. Take a citizenship test.
And what
do you do? What will this job?
Right.
I dare you. You know what? If you can just describe your job and your responsibilities once you get that position, we'll let you have it. Go, Trump. You're first.
Right. A lot of the answers are N/A, not applicable. Don't worry about that. Speaking of Liz, this was the poll for episode 3393. Are Chemda's movie reviews / recommendations helpful to you? You can play along on our Reddit, of course, under Keith and the Girl.
Now, of course, yeah, I was going to say that we do have both in the forums and on Reddit. And I will say that for this one, I took the poll twice and I answered yes. So,
okay. All right. In both times. Okay.
They do help.
Vast majority on Reddit say yes. Here's some people. Wazowski says they bring me joy. So in that respect, Chemda's reviews are helpful. Interesting. That includes a pat on Chemda's head, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, no, that counts. That counts. Right. Whatever way it's helpful to you. I don't tell you how to use the product.
Isny, ISNY, says yes. In fact, I'm looking forward to that Lemon show. And of course, I mean, I don't need to explain this to you, but she's referring to 30 Rock that she just got into. So very exciting, the Lemon show. That would be a trivia question. What is the main character's last name? That's the show title to Chemda. But she doesn't know the show title.
I'm very excited that I know someone's name.
Archimedes Death Ray says, I want Chemda recommendations every Wednesday. Also, the theme song must be played. If you guys remember that theme song, you're in for a treat. Okay. Max O'Clock says, not helpful per se.
I still accept it. Per se is, like a little, I believe in court, they call it reasonable doubt.
Right. As I never really watch movies. Yeah, that's why. How sweet. But I'm always glad to hear them. And I love her enthusiasm. So yes, more reviews. It's almost like I said, should Chemda have ice cream? And they're like, yeah, if it makes her happy.
She's
okay,
happy.
But she's going to describe ice cream completely wrong. I don't need that, but if it comes with it, she should have ice cream. Okay, but it's broccoli. Is she happy? Okay, I won't listen to her food advice, but I want her happy.
It's so nice. I accept your niceness.
An awkward bystander writes, I watched BoJack Horseman on Chemda's heavy recommendations. It's one of the most bummer shows I've ever seen. Where is the big funny I was promised? Okay.
I didn't know what to say to this. I'm so sorry. I ruined this person's life. I don't know.
So yes, we'll do more recommendations. Follow us on Reddit, of course, under Keith and the Girl.
Oh my goodness. That was so good. It makes me so happy. I read that Reddit thread every day. It's so fun. Speaking
of which, Chemda said she saw that movie on Netflix, I Care a Lot, where the woman, her scam is to take otherwise sane people and make them look like they're insane. Then she's the guardian of that person and she fleeces them while that person is in some kind of mental hospital. A doctor is in on it also. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I saw this piece of shit.
Why? Did you not hear Chemda's recommendation corner? Is it because it was before the official recommendation corner and you weren't taken seriously? Yes. Folks, I do my job for a reason, okay? And I'm happy to make you happy, but this is not the way we're doing it. But no, go ahead. Did you love it?
You know what? When I started, I'm like, okay, this is fun and I bet it'll be goofy a little bit.
I was into that. I was like, okay.
It was labeled a comedy. I don't see how it's a comedy, but I thought it was, but it's definitely light.
I think it's labeled a comedy.
For all the sick shit I just said about it. I thought it was light, right?
I think it's a comedy, so you can go like, hey, anything that doesn't add up, like walk, 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 walk.
Right. Call it a horror. Horror movies need no explanation.
Right. Yeah, and there's some blood in there.
Are we supposed to be on the two main ladies' sides?
I don't know, but I think yes, because they lead with, men usually have this character and I will not be pushed around as a woman. And we've had a lot of like these anti-hero things, like the meth guy on the meth show. What's his face? Mr. White.
Yes. Breaking Bad.
We were supposed to like him. He was a complete piece of shit. There's a lot of, we're not supposed to like you, but we don't want you to get caught. We don't want you to feel bad. We don't want you to like get what normally we would say you have coming.
But these two women, the main characters, they're so evil. They take sane people, put them in mental hospitals, and that's the end of their life. Never mind how it affects their family. At no point was I looking for it. And when it got to the third or fourth speech about how people talk down to women and call them bitches, and if they're powerful, they're an asshole. I'm like, oh, I am supposed to be on your side. You are the worst.
It feels like, what about when we watch mob movies? We're like, right. Oh, I hope they get away with it. They seem very cool. They'll break your fingers if you just look at them the wrong way. Like, these are the guys that we want to succeed in a lot of ways. They'll murder whoever. Also, I can't tell. It seems like and I'm going to say these words very specifically. It feels like a male feminist wrote it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I say specifically, like someone who calls himself a male feminist.
Maybe the movie was already done and then he added that bullshit language in it.
What, the scissoring after they almost got murdered?
They fuck a lot. They do fuck a lot.
It's not even a lot of fuck scenes. It's just so inappropriately timed.
Right.
There were like two sex scenes that would have been completely fine. They're showing their love and affection, but like they're showing their fear from fucking, and I get it. That sounds very good. You know what I mean? But not, you almost got murdered. You thought I was dead. Let's fucking the shower.
How are we going to have her? How can we show that she could get out of a car, that she was drugged and put in a car in the bottom of the ocean? How can she, 15 minutes ahead of time, she'll be on a rowing machine.
Yep. Yeah. They were every time I saw a scene of her working out, I'm like, oh my God, I need to know that she is in shape. I get it. I'm looking at her going, she's an alpha person, human being who takes care of herself. I know she's in shape, but now you're telling me that me watching her rowing and running and whatever later will tell me she's in I can't argue with this. She's in such good shape.
Right.
Ooh, this is the kind of person who would. Meanwhile, you can't break a window like that when you're underwater and whatever other stupid logistics. Yeah. Can she just break out of the car because we're agreeing with your movie? You don't need to show her run another mile. Oh, I gotta.
The mob boss knew that she took over. The mob boss
thing is the fucking weirdest.
There's no point. There's no point, but okay. Guess what? She scammed a woman. Guess who her son is? A mob boss. Oh boy. So they start living in the woman's house. So the bad guy knows that. So go find her and take care of it. No, he has to do something clever and find her at the hospital.
Yeah, he sends a guy to just start spraying. Like, this is the mob. You're murdered. They're not going to murder you. Right. You're murdered.
And then he tries to kill her. She escapes. She goes to kill him. He escapes. Hey, guess what? Let's work together. The end.
We are so good at this. What if we join forces? I do and I guess we're spoiling everything. So really always skip ahead like 20 minutes. Cause when something's bad, we love it extra, I guess.
It was already up for Oscars and whatnot. That's why I think everybody got into it.
Oh, that's right. Please don't remind me of that.
By the way,
whilst we're talking about it.
Up for us. Now she didn't win, but she was up for Best Actress and all these things. And on Rotten Tomatoes, 35% Rotten Tomatoes by the audience. They hated it. 80% by critics. So between these award shows and 80%. Well, you film reporting sellout piece. What dinner
did you get?
What did I Care a Lot do for you? Did they blow the entire West Coast of reporting?
I don't think it takes that much.
It certainly did not.
It doesn't.
Did you get a to-go appetizer?
Right.
80%. Now we look up names and we fire you. You're fired by law. This is what a rapist. I don't know what Matt Gaetz does, but somebody should be on something like this.
You said she's up for awards for Best Actor or whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything bad about the actors. The actors were great. Everyone did their parts. There was nothing wrong with the acting. I am very impressed that you kept a straight face with all the goofy shit that you had to say and do. So, right. Yeah, absolutely. Win awards for that. They did a great job. But this goofy line, I don't know. You ever go back to watch a movie and you're like, holy shit, this actress had to pretend this. I went back recently and saw My Best Friend's Wedding. Oh, it's disturbing. It's disturbing. Do you want me to give you a little? Okay.
Sure.
Do you remember this movie?
Yeah.
Julia Roberts. And what's the other one? Very famous.
The handsome guy.
The handsome guy doesn't even matter. Candy.
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes.
Decker. Okay. So
Kirk Cameron.
Those two are the leads. Okay. So one super hot chick is his best friend. And the other one is someone who I think just turned 20, is dropping out of college. They just met 2 months ago and they're getting married. Now the best friend is Julia Roberts. She comes to stop the wedding because it turns out, wait, we said if we weren't going to get married by 27 is the year, then we'd get married. But now he's all of a sudden calling her out of the blue. She doesn't even know about this relationship, but she has to be his best man. Right. Okay, I'll go be his best man, but really I'll sabotage it. It is magical. What's her face? The one getting married plays a child, and the dialogue that has to happen between these people in order for these little, subcategories of the conversations they have to have, the dialogue, the words you have to watch it just to be appalled. I don't know if I'm describing it right, but
you are. Cameron Diaz is a baby, and everybody's a baby. Everybody's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You know what? You mentioned that'd be funny at the end of I Care a Lot if.
Oh, and by the way, for that one, we're supposed to be on Julia Roberts' side.
Yeah, of course.
And she's she's a terrible human being, let alone a friend. Okay, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say after the credits, some films they show the outtakes. They should show the main actress just being like, I'm not scared of the mob, and then turn to the camera. What? And just a bunch of whats in a row.
What's my motivation here? I'm delusional. Okay, I can work with delusional. Okay.
The movie we picked for Keith and the Girl Week for a movie night where Mike Lawrence and my girlfriend are gonna, crack wise with Chemda as we're watching it is Leprechaun. I've never seen it. I looked at the movies that we did in your VIP package. We have movie night, and we have 4 things there where Chemda and guests have done commentary. Star Trek Next Generation episode Justice, which is not like Keith Justice at all, by the way. It's very perverted and not even close. Black Mirror, the national anthem, the very first Black Mirror episode.
Disturbing.
Speaking of my ex, you can hear her on there. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, 1984, and Gremlins. And I'm like, all right, well, that was a lot of fun. What's like a classic, but obviously, you can talk during it. And so we picked Leprechaun, but I know Jennifer Aniston is in that. It's most likely her first role ever. I do. Let's keep that in mind. Like, what is going through her head? Because it's not special effects added after. It's the little person from Willow that's the leprechaun. So she's like seeing this happen in front of her. Like, oh fuck, is this the beginning or the end?
Right. Like if your first big role is a horror movie, right, that could set the tone.
It could,
like,
yeah,
because it's campy, and that can go either way. It can drop off the face of the earth along with your career, or it becomes this cult classic that just resonates with people. And I don't know, which one did this one turn out? People know Leprechaun?
That people know Leprechaun, yeah. It's like people know Hellraiser and all this stuff. They know it. I always knew it. I don't know if I saw it.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be shocked by some of the scenes.
Gore?
Yeah. Or this is so long ago that, now when you look at movies where they don't have special effects, so they're trying to say that they threw something or someone, and you can tell where they cut in order to throw themselves, that kind of thing. They have to cut funny in order to show things instead of having special effects. That's going to be fun. The blood is going to be crazy. I'm sure of it.
I want to see if language holds up. He's looking at Jennifer Aniston. You're getting kind of chubby, cunt. Who knows, right? We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's worrisome.
Just be ready. That's all I'm saying. And speaking of the Lemon Show,
it's pretty good, by the way, you guys.
Liz Mealy brought up that Tina Fey got her scar from a dog when we were comparing the beauty of dogs to the horror of cats. Mm-hmm. She wasn't attacked by a dog. She was attacked randomly on the street by a stranger. The case never solved.
I saw that on our forums that someone corrected Liz, and I clicked on it and I read it. I didn't get a chance to cross-reference it. I'm like, well, what if this is the wrong answer too?
Well, then you start a fresh Google that's not tainted by somebody else. Did you? Yes.
And is that how it happened?
And you know what popped up? Because this is obviously some kind of urban legend. Dogs rule, cats drool. CNN.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you won this time.
I don't need this cat propaganda. and then somebody wrote, I think it was our buddy Bucho. He wrote, hey, here's all the deaths that are caused by these animals, cats, dogs, etc. And of course, there are 28 dogs in America killed people, and 0 cats in America killed people. I never forgot about pit bulls. Bucho. Thank you. Next week, join us. It's my birthday. It's Keith and the Girl week. It's going to be so much fun. I promise someone will rile me up over the weekend. And that's that. KeithAndTheGirl.com/tickets. But if you have a brain, go to KeithAndTheGirl.com/VIP. You can air every show we ever did, and you get free tickets. That includes all the award shows at KeithAndTheGirl.com/awards. That includes all the information at KeithAndTheGirl.com/dad, which if you're new to Keith and the Girl, check that out. It's all encompassing. You won't be confused. Grab maybe a vomit bucket, but I think you'll have a real good time.
Thank you to all our VIP members. We'll see you next week for Keith and the Girl Week.
Thanks for sharing the show.